Hello YouTube, around this side. So today I will be creating a video on Cyclops again. But in this video, I will be using a custom template to get deployed in our Cyclops UI dashboard and our Kubernetes cluster. Although Cyclops provide various demo templates which we can easily use in our cluster, but they also provide awesome feature to add our own custom template with our custom images, which we can easily use to deploy. So in this video, I will be showing you how we can perform that with live demo. So currently I am on my GitHub repository, and here you can see I have a folder which is custom template, and inside this I have created some files which is using help templates. So let's go one by one and see how these things will work on a Cyclops UI dashboard. So let's go with deployment.yaml. So in deployment.yaml, I have just created the deployment manifest, which take values of name, metadata about the labels, the images, the version, and everything. So let's go one by one. So in the API version, I have hard coded it with apps.version 1. And is deployment. Metadata is like using the name, which it will fetch from values. Values here means that values.yaml file. Same case with labels, values.name. So it's using values.name, the value of the name above. Replicas, that is also taking from the values YAML. And here default value is 1. Match labels is same like of the labels inside metadata. This is the template section, and in the spec in which we are defining our container. So the name of the container is using dot values dot name here, image, and the version. These both values are also fetched from values.yaml, and these are hard coded value. This is the port which we'll be using for our container or image to get exposed, and this is the environment section. Same case, we are taking the value from our values.yaml file, ending this, and in the resource, we are also declaring limits and requests. These values are also being taken from values. So this is a simple deployment file which is taking the values which are stored in values.yaml file here. Let's go to the service.yaml. In the service.yaml, we have similar pattern of Helm. The kind is service, name it is taken from the values.yaml. The service type we are using cluster IB here. The networking port and everything else is also being fetched from values.yaml. Now we will go to chart.yaml. So chart.yaml is nothing but the description of the chart which we are using. So this is so you can give any data and any key value pair here. So I've given API version as version 1, name custom template because it's a custom template which I've created for myself. Description of this template. This is the type means I'm using as an application version. So I've just given this as 0.10, 0.1.0. So this is now let's go to the values.schema.json. So this is an important file which is related to Cyclops. So in this we have given or defined a schema which we will be monitor in our Cyclops dashboard. So this is start with the properties we have. So we have many sections in UI dashboard. When we will launch the Cyclops, we will also cross verify those. So here you can see one of the property is name. So name is nothing but the name we want to give to our module. And after this name, we have a general section in which we have defined image, version, and environment. So image, version, and environment comes under general section in the module. So they have their own title and type in their description. So it's self-explanatory that the title will be using app image and its string and the description of this properties. And the required section, the required field here means that image and version should be filled by the user and it should not be empty. And the order field here means that it should display in the UI dashboard with image should be in the first position, then version, and then environment. So, okay, so this is the end of general section. Now we have another section which is scaling. So scaling is for replicas and other stuff. So inside scaling, we have property like replicas, resources, and inside resources, we have nested properties as well, which is asking for CPU and memory. They have their own descriptions and data types and their default values as well. So here you can cross check. Let me zoom it more if it's not visible. So it is. So this file is just is nothing but a JSON format for describing our schema, which will be reflected into the UI dashboard. So after scaling, we have networking section. So it has its own data type object, title, and the properties. So we are using properties like expose and port. So expose is giving us an option of a toggle so that if we want to expose our application, then we can use the toggle of on, and if we don't, then we can simply off the toggle button. We will definitely be seeing that in our demo video. After this, we have also defined the order, like the sequence, how it should be displayed in the UI dashboard. So export should come first and then port, and name is required here. And this is the order for the sections we have in the dashboard. So names section, then general, then scaling, then networking. And this is the end of our schema. After this, let's go to the values.yaml. So values.yaml is the YAML file which is storing the hard-coded value, which will be fetched by our templates. So templates here means that the values of values.yaml will be fetched by deployment.yaml and service.yaml so that they can deploy the desired application and the image to our Kubernetes cluster. So I'm using image of my previous application which I've been using, and this is the version of this application. I'm using environment value, just environment while in production. I'm creating three replicas of this application and exposes here two, and port we are using 3000, which is for this application. I hope I have easily explained you the values and the files which are created for this Helm template. So let's go and create a Kubernetes cluster. So for Kubernetes cluster, I'm using Kilocoda. So thank you, Kilocoda, for giving us the feature of using this playground. So it's opening. Yeah, cluster is up. Let's check. Yeah, it's fine. Let's install manifest to install Cyclops UI and the controller in our Kubernetes cluster. So yes, it's been installed. Let's check it has created or not. Yeah. So Cyclops namespace is created, and the custom resource definitions, custom roles, and service account all have been created successfully. So let's edit the service type so that we can easily access the UI dashboard into the browser and namespace. Okay. So here you can see the service type is load balancer, but I'm not using any cloud provider, so we will be converting this to node port. Okay, let's check the port which it has assigned to the service. So the port is 30130. Let's open this port. So here you can see the UI dashboard of Cyclops, and these are the templates, which is default template which is provided by Cyclops only. So let's add our own template which we have created. So in the name, you can give any name you want. So I'm starting with the custom template, my custom template. Let's go with this name, the repository URL, just using. So this, sorry. In the version is nothing but the branch it is using the which we want to deploy, or the branch which is having the Helm template. So simple. There's a branch name, and the path is nothing but the path in which we have the files and the manifest, which is using the Helm. So everything is inside custom hyphen template. I will be writing this here. Fine. So it has successfully added the record for this template, and no error or no pop-up was shown. So we have successfully added this. Let's go to the module section. So module section is empty now. Let's create a new module with our own custom template. Let's select my custom template here. So you can easily see that it has already autofilled the name of React hyphen weather dot hyphen app. So this name value it was given inside values.yaml. So here you can see React hyphen weather app. So you can easily cross check that it has correctly fetch my help custom template. And this was the section which I was talking about, general scaling and networking, which was declared in values.schema.json file. So let's give the name for our module, my React app. In the general section, it has automatically fetch the values of the application image, the version we have declared, and the environment variable. I will not, I won't be needing the environment variable here, so I've just removed it. So here you can see the same values which I have declared in values.yaml. It has fetched those correctly. In the scaling, the values it has taken three, and I have declared three value. So this is also correct. In the resources for the CPUs and memory, I have not given any values, any default values here. So the values of these fields are empty. But in case if you want to give, you can definitely add those values inside the YAML, or in the runtime also you can declare those. In the networking, expose is true. This is the toggle button which I was talking about, and the port it's using 3000. So the same values I have given in the values.yaml. So with these values, it will create the deployment .yaml and the service.yaml for our application. Let's save this module. So Cyclops is in action. You can see it's refreshing. Here you can see it has created the three replicas of our application. Our application is running. So our pods are being created in default namespace. So we can check those. So here you can see our pods is in container creating status. Let's check with watch flag here. Okay, we can also check the logs. So logs completed. Let's refresh this. Let's check it again. Yeah, so in the logs you can see that our Docker image or the application is has started, and we can check the logs as well. And I can see that there is no such error while pulling the image and starting with the pod. Let's also check here. Yeah, so here you can see our uh, 3 out of 3 pods are running. So again, yeah, here you can see the images is in green color. So it means that Cyclops has uh, successfully pull the images, and the container has created the image as well. And you can see the green check here as well that everything is fine and the application is running. Let's check the service so that we can access this application. kubectl get SCC. So it's using cluster type as a service type. So we have to edit this service to node port. So again, we will go to the type section here, remove cluster IP and change it with node port so that it will assign a port, and which we can easily check in our browser. So the port is 30380. Let's check this. We can see that application is loading. Yeah. So here you can see application is deployed successfully. And let's check whether offline. So here you can see the details of the weather of London City. So this is how we can easily use custom templates to get deployed in our Cyclops UI dashboard, and it will also sync with our Kubernetes cluster. We can add n numbers of templates and n number of modules we can create using our custom templates, which use Helm uh, as their source. So this was the video about installing custom template. So I hope you all like it and you got some more information about Cyclops. So thank you for having me here. Goodbye. Thank you.